Hello, everybody. There was this gentleman who was having a severe pain in the cranial region, and he just went and saw a doctor. And he also had immense faith in an astrologer who practiced just in front of the clinic. And the doctor examined him and said, "All right, there must be some therapy." And he administered some tablets, and he was asked to come after 1 month. So this man just crossed the road and visited the astrologer. The astrologer examined the horoscope as usual and said, "Look here, my friend, you've got a problem owing to certain configuration of planets. And this problem will persist for, say, 1 year from now." Then he said, "After 1 month, this pain will go towards the shoulder, and then it will go further, and it will search for its own part after every month. And finally, when you start having pain in your toes, heels, you can be rest assured that this pain will totally vanish because you just have 1 month to go after that point of time." And, this gentleman left, and after 1 month, when he visited the doctor said, "Now, see, your pain has gone to the southern part of your body, and you're going to have pain maybe in the shoulder or any region nearby the shoulder. So continue the tablets, and let us see, the pain will recede." So this gentleman thought, "We've got a problem for 1 year, and the pain will persist. So who is right, the doctor or the astrologer?" So is it better to see an astrologer first and then go to the doctor, or vice versa? That aside, the point is, a study is a study. And come to think of it, all of us are born giving immense pains to our mothers. Of course, leave this planet, the planet Earth, suffering immense pain. We pass through the gateways of pain. And in between, of course, what we term the period as life is pain with which we transact, we interact. So any study which relieves your pain is worth it. And maybe if the study is not properly done, instead of relieving it, it might relive the pain inside your body. But there is a whole field of study dedicated to the planets, the constellations, and the symmetry between the human body, the body-mind system, the very life system, and the solar system as such. And this field is pretty interesting. So, jokes apart, let us see the connection between astrology and health. Well, many think that a horoscope is just a made out one, a concocted one, and people make a lot of humbug about this. there is basically no planned out horoscope. The point is that no astrologer would ever cast a horoscope. The horoscope is already there. The position of planets vis-a-vis the constellations, the degrees, the zodiac, these are all pre-existing. Now the simplest of truths is that the universal time has nothing to do with us. Because we are born at a particular time and in a place, we get connected to the configurations of the planetary movements and the pictorial depiction of the degrees possessed by the planets is what is a horoscope all about. And the impact of those planets and their relations is a study in its own right. That, of course, is a part of destiny as well. Because I can't choose to be in a particular place and at a particular time, though, of course, even Caesarians are being planned, but then even otherwise, time has its own ways and means of deciding the character, the likes and dislikes, the physical and mental capabilities, because they determine the quantum of endeavor which an individual might possess within his body mind system. Else, stating that somebody would become that, somebody would become this, may not be justified. It's on the tendency, the trends, and the attitudes which determine the attitude and the approach of the individual. You study that, that is more than enough. But then, I would like to show you a picture. This picture is basically the gateway to the study of astrology. One doesn't understand this picture, he might as well say goodbye to the very study of astrology. Before going to astrology and health, one must understand the basic fundamental picture in the heavens which depicts the parameters concerning the time of birth of an individual. Just see this picture. What you're seeing here is a cardinal ingress. Now, what exactly is a cardinal ingress? A cardinal ingress is the entry of the sun into one of the signs of the cardinal grouping or quadruplicities. The signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, indicating the beginning of the 4 seasons which are demarcated by the vernal equinox, the summer solstice, the fall equinox, and the winter solstice. These are known as Kendras in traditional Indian astrology. And the zodiac is the belt in which the positions of the planets are measured. It's a division of the ecliptic, which is the plane of Earth's orbit around the sun. There's one plane which you're seeing there, into 12 segments of equal arc of 30 degrees called signs. The zodiac begins with the vernal equinox. The vernal and autumnal equinoxes constitute a line where the plane of the ecliptic and the plane of the Earth's equator intersect. Because the Earth is spinning around itself and rotating around the sun, the Earth creates a plane. And of course, because of that, there is another plane which is the sun's apparent path. And when these two planes intersect rather, we have these 490 degrees points, and those are known as kendras. Now, when you have both these planes depicted inside the 360 degrees circle, we have 12 signs consisting of 30 degrees each. Now look at this very interesting aspect. The sun is completing the rotation of all the 12 signs, 360 degrees in a day of 24 hours. And in each sign he will be staying for 2 hours. That is happening because of the rotation of the earth. And within those 24 hours, supposing he is in a particular sign at the time of somebody's birth, that sign becomes the person's 0 degrees or ascendant. So there is wonderful symmetry between what is pre-existing as a pattern and a pattern drawn by a person when he is born, involuntarily. That is what is astrology all about. So we have these the 12 signs: Aries, Taurus, Gemini, etc. And each sign has its own significance. And the position of the sun in the Western astrology, you call that sun signs, and in Indian traditional astrology we call either Lagnam, which is the ascendant, and of course the moon sign, which goes by the constellation. So you will observe that I'm not specifically saying stars. We are not bothered about stars here. We have constellations, which are groups of stars. So we have 4 quarters in a constellation. Now, in today's episode, we will be seeing only the first sun sign. I will be taking you towards the moon signs, the other traditional Indian astrological aspects. But today, let us suffice only to the sun sign, and then how the character is established. In particular, the Aries sign, basically when we go into the first one, which is between 21st March and 20th April, we call that sun sign as Aries. In general, those born in this vector are scientific in approach. They are masculine and of a very hot constitution. I'm referring only to the health aspects here. They tend to suffer from piles, indigestion, and all diseases which occur because of excess heat in one's body. Not only that, the fundamental problem with Aries is that they have this situation known as sciatica, asthma, and migraine. And most of these are related to deficiency of the phosphate salt. It has been researched, and the perfect remedy for this is the Caliphos 3x in homeopathy. You don't have to call that a pati or something. The element exists in Mother Nature, and a simple dose of 3x2 tablets of Caliphos, it regenerates everything in this body-mind system. And many have concluded that all other complications are just compounded by a lack of this medicine. And if you administer this to the person right from childhood, just 2 tablets every day, any other disease or ailment can be cured in a much easier manner. So this is a fundamental defect of the bodies in Aries. So we will examine more about these souls as time progresses, and we will be seeing the deficiency of those born in Taurus in the next episode. So keep watching Astrology and Health.